afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacaster. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on crossing in the woods in the north. It is Angreifen, fighting for the German army, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 20th Panzer Division here with Overwatch, Elite Armored, and Feuersturm. With infantry, Kidnap, and line gun bullets versus the south, it is God is an astronaut. Fighting here for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin, and the 1st Guards Tank Corps here with Mechanized Support, Tactics, Armored Assault, and Guard Motor with Mine, Anti-Tank Gun, and Infantry Bulletins. We got Angreifen into Feuersturm with Flammhetzer, so Flammpanzer 83T, Hetzer. Well, technically, I don't think that one is actually known as the Hetzer part there. Anyways, Assault Packages, Incendiary Munitions, Ober Blitz trucks, and the rocket barrage from a Stücke zu Fuß conveniently placed off map. Also more accurate than the regular one. Double conscript there with a 3rd conscript on the way there for God is an astronaut. Fulton's heading eastwards here. Do some early action as always. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Press that bell button to subscribe. And also big thanks to my Patreon supporters, without which this and many other episodes wouldn't be possible. You too can join those glorious ranks. Links in the video description. Also, you can also just donate if you just want to give like a one-time money offering. And just got skirmishing here, folks with the conscripts. East side here, Sturm has developed engineers with ease. The engineers stand no chance against the superlative close quarters action of the Sturm Pioneer. Folks with the conscripts here, the conscripts actually beating the folks against a bit of range, at least for now. Sturm Punch will, of course, want to clean them up. West side here, a bit further west of this, folks with the conscripts. Worth noting so far, both sides are heavily focused on this particular small part of the map. The entire west side of the map currently does not exist. It does not exist. Folks, they're constantly just bashing it out. They're folks bringing support here. The other folks have got construct near the folks support here. Can the folks beat up the construct here and turn the others? No, they're focusing down the ones targeting the folks here. Going for a bit of possibly easy target, but actually that might be the advantage of God is an astronaut here. Hard to say here. Going quickly back and forth here. Heavy damage on both sides. Casualties piling up. 3rd folks going up. They're from the base map around time to turn the situation around. We got more conscripts where they're on the way for God is an astronaut. Conscripts they're being pushed back. Others retreating. Folks versus conscripts here up close. Bit risky there for Angreifen to get close with them. No truck yet. I imagine he'll be trying to rush out fast for some assault packages then. The MP40 could of course do a lot of damage there to God and astronauts infantry up close. More folks moving in there. And conscripts are almost right out. And they got the engineer squad there standing a pile of their own dying and dead men. More conscripts arriving here. The fighting just continues ceaselessly. At this point, I think Angreifen needs to retreat. He's just feeding a man into a meat grinder, effectively. Like, he's gaining nothing at this point. Like, he's killing men, but the problem is he's also losing men at roughly the same rate, but he's gaining nothing to show for it. So, he's effectively doing bugger all and needs to reconsider his tactics, and I think prove himself a bit smarter there. We got more folks on the way there for Angreifen. God is an astronaut has yet to choose a doctrine, though with 4 conscript squads. I mean, technically none of those doctrines really particularly synergize, though. Like, none of them really do anything in conscript, so he can basically go for whatever in that sense. He could go for Guard Motor for some early Guards Riflemen, heavy mortars, probably less likely here with T-35s, Armored Assault for T-35s and IS-2s plus astronaut attacks, or he could go for Mechanized Support with those Guards Rifle Infantry as well, but bombing strikes, marked vehicle, and the ISU-152. Though I will say this Mechanized Support is very rare in 1 vs 1s. Much more with 2 vs 2 doctrine. It does tend to be quite popular, in particular on certain maps. In particular on crossing in the woods in 2 vs 2, and I still don't quite get how crossing in the woods is a 2 vs 2 map, but that's not what we're here to discuss. Conscripts folks we've got close here. Heavy scrims going on between the 2 sides. These are the folks that I think are being bled out. Without a submachine gun, I think that's not a great engagement. There you go, forced retreat. We've got folks flanking up here. West side is finding things max from both sides, but in this case, Angreifen is the one committing fewer forces, and the engagement is just not working out for him at all. Despite, in theory, committing more troops, the dug-in position of Guards National there proved better there against Angreifen. We got the Ober Blitz out the front healing reinforcement. He could also use to transport troops about the frontline reinforcement, which is actually quite powerful. In particular, opponent isn't ready for it. You can suddenly appear up close with the Ober Blitz, jump out a bunch of infantry, beat up their troops, you know, turn the tide around that way. But he's likely, I think, just going to stick it up there close to the front line, just use that for his base and use it as an ambulance effectively. Bit of a shame there. Bit of a shame. I mean, I do understand the logic, but I feel like a well-handled Ober Blitz in support of your troops on the front line and just transport, they can be actually quite potent and fun. Oh, so much fun. Not for the opponent though, but you're not doing it for their benefit. Still, right now, Guardians National has a good resource lead. I mean, the fighting again has been effectively happening here. A lot of the time he's been holding most of the ground. Meanwhile, again, Angreifen has just been feeding men, again, into effective meat grinder without, you know, gaining any ground. It's effectively just been World War I tactics here from Angreifen with roughly the same results. Back hits reinforcing, or blitz standing about. We got Fultz coming in here. I imagine he's going to have to take up soon. He wants to get those Fultz to somewhere a bit more efficient because currently, like, again, he's just not getting anywhere. Like, he needs to switch up his tactics aggressively. He needs to get out of this MP40s or something else soon because otherwise, like, the only place he's going is an early grave. Support and company out there for Guardians National. Confidence of Fultons here being pushed out. In this case, overwhelming numbers, of course, proves overwhelming. Back here, troops reinforcing, setting out here for Guardians National. Got 7 kills, which is 1 hit point almost secured by the eastern there. Sturmpani's moving up. Moving towards the centre, moving westwards here. Trot on the way there for Angreifen. And the 20th Panzer Division. Feuersturm there. So far not really seeing much usage. You know, flamethrowers for some. This is normally what you'd go for, like, with the doctrine. Get some flamethrowers out on the Sturmpani, since that's really good. But of course, he may be focusing more on the MP40s. There you go, Banham Grenade off. Also signal here to Guardians National that Angreifen has a truck out. Now, of course, it's up to Guardians National to figure out, well, what truck did up, or what is Angreifen planning with it. Is it mechanized? Is it battle with headquarters? Got a maximum machine gun out to help deal with Angreifen's infantry. Not a bad move here. Fultons being overwhelmed by the conscripts. And the engineers backing up. Simply too many here for us to deal with. Note the mines was up already here from Guardians National. Obviously assuming his opponent's laying down mines. Very good there. Branham Grenade flanking the conscripts. Several men burning up there. This flesh being scorched and singed by the high degrees of the incendiary grenade. Maximum up into the Fultons, of course, second here to Angreifen what his opponent's gone for. Obviously, with a lot of conscripts, it's no surprise they'll go for the support and company. Securing the west point here, digging in, very good. Bit of better progress. Mechanized regiment here for Angreifen. Troops enforcing, and we can soon expect MP40s there on the Volksgrenadiere. Truck out there. Wait, what? He already went for a second truck. That's going to be the Schwerpanzer quarters, because it would make no sense if he then went for the old blitz to then go mechanized regiment to the Battlegroup headquarters. That would just make the old blitz really weird. So I'm guessing it's the Schwerpanzer quarters. But then, I guess he just did it because this is cheaper than Battlegroup headquarters medics then? And this... Yeah, I don't quite get it. I feel like I'm missing some math here. But anyways, this is Angreifen's strategy, not mine, so we'll let him carry on with it. But I'm not entirely sure as to what this is. Maybe it's a misclick. And he's just like, oh well, might as well go for it. Hard to say there what exactly Angreifen is planning at the moment. I'm a bit uncertain there. Maximum the Sturmpioneer. He's now getting control of both viewpoints. Very good there for him. There we go. Got the MP40s on the Fultons. Definitely gives them a significant edge in close quarters combat versus enemy infantry. That's going to be difficult there for his infantry to deal with. Unless, of course, he can catch them in like larger numbers. We got 2 squads so far equipped with MP40s. Moving up here. More moving in there. Sturmpan's got the eastern fuel point almost gone. There you go. Need to fall back before they get wiped by the M1910 Maxim Hay machine gun. They're being bled out by the Volksgrenadiers. Primarily the ones with the rifles and not the submachine guns. Got the other submachine squad flanking up behind his Guards National troops pushing from the north here to further pressure Guards National troops. Counter squad their force fall back now. It's 3 versus 2. You can get closer, of course, with a grenade. That could really give them a bad spot. And there you go. Stielhandgranate flung into the placement there, whatever, embrasure. Continue to carrying fire for the assault Volksgrenadiers. Slowly bringing them out here. Very slowly but steadily. Forced retreat, but still a lot of damage being done there. T-70 light tank on the way for Guards National and the Red Army, the 1st Guards Mechanized Corps, or Tank Corps. We got engineers moving westwards there for Angreifen. T-70 halfway done there, and Angreifen's only going to get in there for now. And he's gone for the Schwerpanzer quarters, so whatever his strategy is, it's quickly changing. Otherwise, I don't think he's gone for this. I mean, he clearly intended to go for the Mechanized Regiment initially and maybe go for a Puma, but something must have caused him to figure, you know what, I'm just going to take straight ahead, skip the Puma, and just go for it. Maybe he's keeping it there, sort of like, you know, like in case he needs a Puma. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure here. I'm not entirely sure. It overall seems a bit strange. I'm guessing we'll be seeing some orbitals out here versus Guards and Astronauts. Sam's been laid up here. Shroud Punter Quarter is not activated. We're starting to get steel pubs with the conscripts. We're keeping moving up. T-70 striking here at Angreifen's infantry. There's 45mm gun. Need to retreat those steel punters soon. It'll be a significant waste here for Angreifen to lose them now. Generally, it would be a waste for him to lose them in the first place. They're quite, you know, effective one-on-one infantry. Got done with the sandbags here. Eastern Point being hit by the Maxim. Good play there. We're keeping advantage to the T-70, but misses. The rocket flies right past, knocking out some innocent squirrel that was just coming back home from work at the local not accountancy department. Foxtrot's conscripts got close, hosing them down there. Maxim being routed. Engineers got the point there. Sturm Pioneer reinforcing. Maxim pushed back as well there. Schwerer Panzer Quarters almost activated. We'll be seeing orbitals here from Angreifen. I mean, some orbitals with light machine guns could definitely put some significant pressure on Guards and Astronauts infantry and support weapons, since they do a lot of damage. Constant moving about here, back there. Oh, over here in the west, more troops advancing. No additional MP40s being added there. Being shot at out in the east, out in the open, heading eastwards there. Bit of skirmishing all over the place. Guards and Astronauts so far as yet uses doctrine. He's also not further taking up. What could he be planning? He's bringing up more engineers. Bit of quad here. T-70 being fixed up by the first engineer squad. Folks moving up to slowly pressing the console there. Looks like they're going to try and flash out the Banham Grenade. They just charge in there without MP40s. That's sort of more the job you'd be leaving to the assault infantry, not the line infantry. T-70 up here. We get more fighting in these about to happen there as troops being dispatched eastward. John Parker up, Max joining in as well there. Double click in the icon rather than just single click. My mistake there. Troops are pressed behind the heavy cover. Lots of sandbags being laid down there by Angreifen now. More troops moving in into these, and he's basically overwhelming Angreifen's eastern forces, smoking it down. Nice, but yeah, he's going to have to retreat from that one. The T-70 is definitely a problem for him. Nothing further going on in the Schwerer Panzer Quarters. It is authorized. What is he planning? What is Angreifen thinking? Again, it's a bit hard to say. His strategy certainly so far has displayed a few quirks and oddities, which makes it a bit hard for him to entirely predict what Angreifen is thinking and planning. We got an MG-34 on the way to deal with infantry. Oh, I cared enough. Probably that MG-34 then was a mistake. A misclick, an error of action. Probably planning it. So double cam should help with the T-70 plus any armor that Guards and Astronaut might hold up. We got a field in the way there. He's obviously worried about enemy armor and vehicles. So far, though, Guards and Astronauts getting good control of the map here versus Angreifen. We got the Eastern Point being held here by the Maxim. Mines going down there for them. Lots of mines. Folks moving westwards. Stern Pioneers moving in as well. Almost done with the sandbags. Flare mines down here for Guards and Astronaut. We got triple MP40s out there, just one squad to go to upgrade. They are getting the upgrade. Constantly being hosed down by the assault rifle and MP40s. Heavy damage here. God's Nest on there. Oh, wait, what? Okay, they just phased through the sandbags. Behold, comrade, the power of socialist osmosis. Socialist osmosis, just don't think about it. Don't think about it. Believe in it, and it will work. That is the true power of socialism. Start hanging about, they're floating up again, pursuing the conscripts there. Conscripts being routed, floating up against the conscripts. They've got steel hand grenade, fly. Oh! Just a fake out there. Okay, moving up, they need to be careful, of course. Still no sign of doctrine here from Guards and Astronaut. He still keeps his cards close. Perhaps he doesn't even look at his own cards to know what he's playing. He's engaging into the full Grenadiers. Kevin moving up, trying to catch that T-70, trying to knock it out. Mine hit off down the defeat of the full Grenadiers, causing further significant casualties. Okay, lands a decent hit. Their second one goes off with a T-70 suffering significant damage. The hull compromised, the crew reeling from the repeated shocks of the 88mm rockets punching through. And the repeated shocks, they're somehow not dead. Because I'm pretty sure if you got hit by two 88mm, heat rockets, you'd be very much dead in a small tank like that. Like, there'd be no way you get out of that one alive. But somehow they did. Securing the center victory point. Then we got 360 versus 443. Angreifen definitely needs something to catch up soon. Otherwise, this could be a very short game for him. The Kenner's hanging about there. T-7 being fixed up. Another mine. They're really good mining here, by God, it's not 2 thumbs up. I'm sure Angreifen feels less keen on. Oh, grenade off it, catches the squad, almost gets a full wipe there again. One man survives, so the rest are very much dead or dying. Actually, most of them just seem to be dying. They're still crawling about. Well, except for Petrov, who's now missing several limbs and vital signs. MG-34 for the radio to deal with God's National's infantry. Trying to catch that T-70 again like Ken now first. Will he go for Panzer 4? Will he go for Yak Panzer? What will Angreifen go for here? Will he be going for a Panther? Will he go for a Flampanzer 316 Hetzer? Putting it against the Consuls there, tearing into them. Shredding them in brutal close quarters action there with MP40s, laying down a significant volume of lead. Steelhandgranate there, dodged with ease though, dodged with ease. Consuls the focus in the centre, west side, then we got the maximum creeping up there on the western fuel point here. We got 354 versus 443. Angreifen still behind the victory points and sadly starting to break the stalemate thanks to the T-70 and its very aggressive presence. Field bombarding here, max machine gun then needs to fall back. No orbiter line yet, and well, he's a bit further off from the Panzer IV here, but he's not far off. Cargo destroyed, machine gun routed. And he goes for the Flammenpanzer 380T. A surprise move there by Angreifen. You'd figure he'd be more worried about the T-70 and want to kill that, plus any future armor that his opponent might be chucking at him. We got to make a nice diamond company up the byway, but against all odds, he goes for the Flammenpanzer. And in the case of God's Nest not be able to get a doctor, this is mechanized support again, very rare in 1 versus 1, which means he may actually now be trying to start out here for an ISU 152, at which point I'm going to do some real heavy lifting there with that Flammenhead, otherwise he's just going to be able to push it out there. At which point the Flammenhead is definitely going to be absolutely rubbish against that. I mean, technically, if you get a flamethrower tank close enough to the ISU and flanking, say, like the entire engine compartment of fire with it, I mean, obviously could knock it out, but I don't think the game could quite manage to simulate that level of depth. Oh, that'd be pretty neat. But then again, flamethrower would probably, busted from most people's perspective. What? You just blew up my tank by lighting the engine on the fire? That's not cool. That's not right. But that could actually happen. That obviously required someone to get downward close enough to do it in the first place, which is obviously the hard part. And just got followed with the consoles here. T-7 engaging, 2 kills. Panzer there is out. Adding the pinmark machine gun there. That comes up from the T-70. Almost got it. Could he take it out? Could he finish it off? Will it live? Will it die? And the T-70 dies. It explodes as the third final rocket goes right through and ignites the munitions and the fuel at the same time. Engineers caught here by the Flammenhetzer. Immediately rounding as the man they just laid down is scorched up here by the Flammenpanzer. Kaboom. Also the pinmark machine is ready. And while it could be operated like that, typically they could just be operated from inside the Flammenpanzer there and the regular Hetzer there. So you just shoot at targets from the safety of the Hetzer. MG Fed following about here with this 3 divisional field gun. Note, later model Stooks will also have access to the same type of machine gun there, which could be far from inside this Stook, but not that commonly depicted. But still, it did happen, so little fun fact there on Stooks. Little fun facts. I was talking about Hetzers, well, Flammenpanzers. I still wish they'd gone for the regular Hetzer. rather than the Flampanzer. I feel like they've been a lot more useful and a lot more fun. Another field gun on the way there for Guards and Astronaut. He's obviously not stalling out here for the ISU. We've got another truck on the way there for Angreifen. I'm guessing he's now stalling for the King Tai, yeah, which seems a bit ambitious. Also, to indicate he's not aware that his opponent's going to be stalling out for an ISU 152. Or he doesn't care. I mean, that's always a consideration. He may just not care. Flamhead's on the move there, though. Burning through the engineers riding them. They're not doing a lot of damage as they were very quick to retreat as they've forgotten their asbestos underwear that day. Comes from the fire from the Flampanzer, scorching through them, murdering the machine gun as well there. Doing some damage, getting a kill there too, in fact, possibly. Almost getting a full weapon on the conscripts. Very close though, but they do manage it. East side here, we got a bit more fun here. Folks flanking up. The engineers bring in Max as well there. Pushing for the centre, conscripts with the folks up close. The MP4 is making very short work of the front bigs here, who stand no chance against the might of the Folks Grenadier. Got skirmishing here, we got grenades being flung. Conscripts being murdered. Ooh, small chance of getting wiped with MP40s. Unless, of course, he fails to pursue, maybe get the wipe, then maybe decides he can't get it. Maximum then a bit of a pickle there. Quickly pulls it back as he realises the situation compromised. And, of course, there's a flamethrower assault gun about there, which would obviously make things very hot for the Max machine gun. And then very dead. Pulling back the Flampanzer there. Back here, chuck about. Troops reinforcing healing. I mean, if you said so, the Belgrave headquarters upgrade, maybe use the blitz to support his troops more aggressively, and make some attacks than the Guards and Astronaut, who is not far off in the ISU. He's got the fuel, he's got the command points, he's got the tech, he's got the points, just he needs the manpower now. At which point, Angreifen is going to be in for quite the challenge. Field guns on the ups, ready to repel any counterattacks here from Angreifen. Maximus setting up as well. The country helped them with Indifid 4. Field guns about to embark there. Shot fire. Gets a kill there on the machine gun crew. Folks is hiding about, ready to ambush anyone. If they don't get spotted somehow. Flampanzer them in westwards. Machine gun repositioning. Quick popping any armor piercing rounds here. We got push here. Fields quickly turning about. Nobody's all split on a bit more, realising if he gets, flanked, he could be in a lot of trouble there. But there you go. At the 23-minute mark, we've got the ISU 152 heavy assault gun out there for God is an Astronaut, the Schwerer boy, the Beast Killer. Why did they call it a Beast Killer and not the Beast Exploder? I'm pretty sure if you hit anything with that, it's exploding. It's not just dead, it's boom. Well, it doesn't sound as good, Sergey. It doesn't sound as good. Well, okay, I just, I feel like you should be called a Beast Exploder. And it's going the Western Victory point there, falling back with the Flamheads, which caused 6 nice hits. ISU there, almost all the folks in the squad. 5 kills on it so far already, and well, effectively more kills than the Flampanzer so far. They got the kills appearing on the flank, they're punching several holes there in the side of the ISU 152. Almost got it down to less than half health. In fact, got down to half health there. So good 2 strikes there on Guards and Astronauts heavy assault gun based on the IS-2 chassis. Got folks to the country in the centre. Folks got about to get wiped out though. Smoke grenade there to cover the retreat. Very nice there. Also up to with the Maxim. Flampanzer, they're good to go. Is I'm going to stick to his Königstiger plan, or maybe go for some Yak Panthers or Panthers instead? What will Angreifen go for in response to this mighty Stalinist armoured behemoth? Mines down here, very cheeky and good. Contributing east with the Eastern Victory Bomb. We got 315 with 1. Angreifen not really managed to catch up with the Guards and Astronauts, actually managed to get ahead of him. Thumbs up there to Angreifen. Thumbs up. Flampanzer, they're burning through the counter-shooting as well. They're causing casualties, significant harm, wound, and occasional mental trauma if they survive. ISU there, ready. Like both the Kevins in ambush mode, ready to catch the ISU and just punch as many rockets as they can into it. Feel me being hit by the Flampanzer. Close to into one on that one. East or Western Victor one being seized. East one claimed as well by God's National already. I'm going to change up his tactics. He needs to like try and hit the flanks. He needs to try and keep the ISU guessing as to where he might actually hit and be. You know, outpace him. If someone gets his hands on the support, it'd be great. Fulton in the centre being hammered by the ISU. Our Kennels, I imagine, are trying to wait for it to get baited a bit further forward and then hit it. Are they even set up? I think they have not been set up. Folks, the counter there, Steel Hand Grenade, easily dodged. Maxim's about to get hosed here, and there you go, grenade off as well. That's Maxim, which Angreifen going to seize and turn against God's National. There we go, bit of loss there for the Red Army. ISU moving ahead here. Maxim being hauled back there to the German base. And there you go, ISU moving eastwards, nothing, no pin up machine on that one. Mine goes off, almost taking out the Maxim. There you go, destroying it. Good work there by God's National, a bit luck there for him. Fulton's about to get wiped as well. Got lucky there. The Kevin still doing nothing. West side we got finding hip steel punch around the country with the east. 74 carrying fire as well. Betson 2-2 kills field gun hiding here in the shrubberies apparently. Continuing eastwards. Fulton moving in towards the centre, close to the ace level. Looks like he's very much sticking to the King Tiger Band. There, double kill shot, only one hits or penetrates. Whoa, second volley there completely misses the mark. Let's get those Kevins out before they get annihilated. And there we go, we got 271 to turn and 90. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Flum heads are there being repaired. Eastern punch got the conscripts. West side here we got the machine gun ring about the 2 kills by T2, setting up ready to deal with anything. No, it's not popping into the building because if it gets hit by a good shot from the ISU or something like that, it just collapses, machine gun dead. So this keeps it slightly safer in a sense. Of course, one good hit could also kill it there, but you know, less lightning sense just can, like, you know, have the entire thing collapse on it, I'm guessing. Anyways, T-54 on the way there for God's National. While much behind him with support. Meanwhile, Angreifen is still waiting for the King Tiger. The Königstiger, the Tiger, 2 smoke grenade down here. Very good. In fact, double smoke grenade. Charging there, Maxim here, pushing away. Plummeting the conscripts, burning through them with ease. 7 kills there. Halfway to 52. T-54 almost done there. And Angreifen is getting very close to the King Tiger. He's almost there. And I imagine God's National has a pretty good. He's going to be hit by King Tiger. He's seen nothing else but the flam heads for some time now, so you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes or possess an enigma to occur to figure out what Angreifen's planning. Okay, was moving out. Looking forcing. T-Phipps looking out there for God's National. Quick smoke grenade down here, very good. West side, the machine holding up against a large infantry assault, but still, there's a lot of them. And the machine gun simply cannot deal with all of them. Good work there by God's National. Not except that was the toughest task he had to do there, but you know, still good work. And there's a player who just moved them in just one large group. There we go. Moving out the machine. Doing the machine gun again. Angreifen is very, very, very close now to the King Tiger. He has the fuel. He just needs the manpower. He just needs the manpower. Small counter-attack force inbound. The Maximus going to feel puts in to break that up. Mine goes off there as well. Very good. East side, he seems more likely where the next slash is coming. Must jump on Kevin with his full gun is there. Go King Tiger out, hit the 29-minute mark. Double Kevin's hit the T-54 from 6. Pushing it down to half health. Königstiger mobilized. Should have the pen machine for a bit of extra added anti-infantry. Again, the shoots bounces off the ISU 152's front armor. Flamehead's engaging the west. King Tiger moving towards the center. Pinrhyme being added, comes to the center being hammered by the Schwerer Panzerhauptquartier's 30cm flak. Mine goes off, almost wiping out a contact squad there. Pretty close call there. Well, it was very much a straight-on call in the ones that died, but the one who survived, it was a close call. Contact taking a hit from the King Tiger, 2 men gone, the rest are certainly possible to follow soon as well. If the King Tiger can hit, that is. Point to the west being secured. Puts moving west for Team Max and backing it up. Bit of quad here between Guards and Astronaut and Angreifen. They're both trying to figure out what to do next. I mean, now they both have very large armored fighting vehicles on the battlefield. Trick is using them properly. One difference, of course, is that Guards and Astronaut has a lot of mines out, whereas Angreifen is not, I think, got many of any mines out here versus his opponent. I mean, there's a few here, but there's not very significantly as many. Plus, the way the terrain so far is favouring, I mean, it's really just favouring in the sense of Guards and Astronaut as well, because he's got more of the long-range stuff, so Angreifen has to attack him, whereas Angreifen doesn't really have a lot of ways to force Guards and Astronaut to attack into him. That also creates some situation there with Angreifen mines are just less effective at the moment. Something got murdered, but I guess it was an engineer squad that paid the ultimate sacrifice, the price of the ultimate sacrifice. 9 kills there. 10 kills on the Flammenhetzer. Bit of quiet here. Now the side committing to any sort of like expansive maneuvers. Any shaft pushes or attacks. Flammenhetzer joining in for a bit of sneaky murdering. We got 11 kills now. Very close between there. Gained it. Push up the eastern side here. Gosnat's going to try and think 6 decent points here. Falls on to commit to that or just lose it. We got 28 versus 268, and there go Flammenhetzer getting the constant troops hitting Eastern Hamilton and almost hitting up with the ISU. Now Kevin shoots, gets a few hit. King Tiger from the other side, maybe catching the pinch. In fact, he could right now, he needs minesweepers to sweep from mine, possibly attacking, clear out the center, since right now it's actually very vulnerable. Like, there's not a lot here, so with a few minesweepers and other stuff, they could probably push him with the King Tiger, the Flammenhetzer, and just annihilate the center here, possibly. But seems like he's hesitant. Probably trying to figure he wants to counterattack into the east, or he wants to push the center, or what he wants to do. Hard to say. Obviously, we lack any sort of direct insight into Angreifen's thought process. Comes to Bingham. We got a Katyusha rocket launch away there for Gotland up here with Angreifen sort of dug in elements and support weapons. Not a bad idea either. Troops instead of being hammered by the ISU 152 again. Its range being a significant asset there to Gotland Astronaut and a significant pain in the posterior for Angreifen. Pushing out the counter then cover. Stuka rocket strike. Inbound here. The divisional field gun here. Rockets. Ooh, got it. At least they got the crew and they get the field gun as well there. Mana lost there for Gods and Astronaut. Might even get the contact when one man survives. Reconstitute the entire unit once more. Another field gun away there for Gods and Astronaut. Placed once shattered by the fascists. Center remains very much under control there of Gods and Astronaut. Angreifen, despite having a King Tiger, is not really utilizing it. At which point, I mean, it's just a massive waste of resources. I mean, you know, 720 manpower and 270 fuel just doing nothing is generally a massive waste of resources. So he feel like he needs to do something about that soon. Engineers right here in the east. King Tiger advancing. T-Pips moving up eastward, slowly, steadily. Koenigstiger there crawling forwards, 2 kills. ISU for 2 shoots. Hits the King Tiger. Okay, it's somehow stuck. That's awkward. But yeah, bro, feels a bit awkward there with high sword handling his King Tiger. Could have been much more aggressive, more decisive. When you're going to, you know, wait out for stall it for that way and then just not using it, just, you know, ends up being a significant waste of resources and time, which can be used more efficiently with using more tanks then. They might be used more aggressively. We got Katyusha rocket launcher firing into the center here. Forces routed. King Tiger takes another hit. Comes up in the Katyusha. Oh, catches it with a Raketen and actually destroys it. That's actually a huge blow there to God as an astronaut. I mean, that Katyusha does cost something, and just losing this, you know, rocket straight through the driver's cabin is going to hurt their God as an astronaut a bit. But he's still, I think, in a good position in terms of terrain and, again, range. And the fact that Angreifen, I mean, effectively he has to attack into him some way, but Angreifen is overall feels like very hesitant to do so. He's going for Jagdpanzer now, which does have the range, but God's National is just more ranged stuff. So the Jagdpanzer may, in fact, not be necessarily the ideal choice here, unless he's, you know, using to support an attack. Otherwise, he might bet off actually with Panthers or Panther 4s. In fact, just going for a bunch of those. Then again, double Jagdpanzer could also work out, but he's going to need to have to get aggressive as he's got as an astronaut. He might actually want to consider light infantry gun to throw down a smoke screen, at which point he could negate the range of the archer in the field and get close and then destroy them. Possibly. In fact, I think that could be a really good maneuver there. Another T-Fed on the way there for God's Astronaut and the Red Army. Eastern fuel point there not secure. Guess God's Astronaut is not too concerned with fuel at the moment. Troops reinforcing. Jagdpanzer there about to be done here for God is an astronaut. Not Angreifen, not God's an astronaut. There you go. Equipped with this same gun as the Panther. Constantly being in the center, steel pumps almost wiped out. 22 kills in the Flamhead, so that is some really great work there. King Tiger moving up, straight into a mine if it's not careful. Needs to get the mine, steel pump support with mine sweepers. Needs to get more steel pumps and mine sweepers either way. Needs to keep that supported properly. Forcing back that comes from the west. T-Fed forcing number 2 down there for God. It's an astronaut and the Red Army. In east here we got the forces being held down by a lot of surge resistance. In the center there we got the Jagdpanzer moving head straight into the field gun with no support. Seems like Angreifen's flailing a bit about here, possibly versus God's an astronaut. Not entirely sure what I'm to do. Flamheads are there doing some damage to the Nax, but it's all the takedowns to the Ice Shoot and the T-Fed force from 6, almost losing it. King Tiger moving through, hits a mine though again. Gotta support this properly around the center. Being held down here by the Western victory point, 178 was 263. You got a bombing strike. Where is it? Oh, here by the Western machine gun. And that's gone. King Tiger being fixed up. Flamheads are there, very, very close to Veteran 3. Troops are here reinforcing. Gosness is securing most of the map now, again, most of the critical points. Angreifen needs to really switch up his tactics here, I think. The current line of tactics is simply too slow and too inefficient. Like, it's very much reliant on him having effectively, like, you know, all the vital points. And technically also some sort of range advantage. Right now, God and Astronaut has the definite range advantage. And that means Angreifen is the one that has to get aggressive, but he clearly doesn't want to get aggressive here versus God and Astronaut, and that is causing, I think, some friction there. That is causing some significant friction. Just skirmishing up north here, folks, with the conscripts. Ace there versus Ace. 16 kills there, close to 52. King Tiger fixed up again. Jagdpanzer moving up. The shoots gets a good hit on the T-Fed force from 6. Another shot there, very good. Almost got the T-Fed force there with the Jagdpanzer, very good, very good. Counters around it. King Tiger moving in. Hard to say what he's planning with the King Tiger though. Again, it's not really doing a lot. Like, it's there. I mean, it has some gravity in the battlefield, obviously, but in terms like, you know, actually reaping its cost in, you know, what you would call it, it's not quite collecting back on his investment so far. Six kills there, better movement in the west. Got the T-Fed moving in here for Gods and Astronaut and the Red Army. Ultimately up, catching some supportments off guard, but not the maximum. We got the smoke getting off. Still, not before they get suppressed. Because they're being almost murdered here with the flam head, sir. Veteran free, 28 kills, and that is in fact a full wipe. And half 8 to Veteran 4 on that one. Good lord. Following about here, roaming in the eastern side, and routed by the T-34 and 6's presence. We got all 3 victim points on control there for Angreifen. For now, he has managed to push back Guards and Astronaut, but he still needs to do something about the ISU, at least the field guns, like he needs to somehow negate the range advantage to the very least, or actually gain it. Otherwise, like, he's just going to get shot to bits, particularly with his current line of tactics, which again is not wildly effective for the most part, I think. But if we can try and take some hits on the ISU 152, gets off cell gate hits. Good, good. Almost got it there, but I feel like had he committed a bit more here, like say the King Tiger to this, he might have been able to get the ISU 152, but gets away once more. Western victory claimed there by Guards and Astronaut on the Red Army. Note he has not bothered with any guardsmen so far. Also, like, he could ambush his field guns to make them harder, you know, like, get spotted and get dealt with. But there you go, King Tiger with the field gun head on. King Tiger, though, kind of on its own here. T filming up. The Yak Puncher nearby could deal with it. Well, he support it, but no. There's some support there from the Yak Puncher there for the Koenigsee. We have 10 kills, though. Slowly approaching Veterans 1. Starting to get somewhere with that King Tiger, but I will also say there's been a very, very sort of sluggish introduction of it to the battlefield. Well, Blitz still about there. T-Fox moving westwards, and there's just no anti-tank guns or anti-tank weaponry in the west at all. So assault gunners are very much toast out in the open. Each side the flamheads are dealing with the Maxim there. Smoke grenade off. T-34 moving out. Yak Panzer, King Tiger moving up here. Might be seeing some actual force concentration in the eastern out here. God's Nest on it's not concentrated enough. Meanwhile, Indians are taken out here. Looks like the T-50 will escape. It will escape. Close one there of God's Nest. Not very close. Mine goes off. T-50 takes engine damage, but he can't finish it off. I think on the west side here, T-54 with engine damage as well. I shoot back in the base moving force there. King Tiger moving ahead. Center victor one seized by the conscripts. Western one being claimed by conscript there. Angreifen still end up feeling a bit sluggish here despite being in the offensive, and he's just not exploiting it sufficiently hard versus Scottish and Astronaut. Flamheads are being moved in. Comes there being shot, burned, and hammered with every gun available here to Angreifen, it seems. Almost getting a wipe there, King Tiger with 13 kills. ISU moving up, field getting a good hit on the King Tiger. Almost getting a wipe there, but looks like they will survive. Looks like they will survive the wrath of the Wehrmacht. King Tiger taking some nasty hits there. Flamheads are rushing ahead for some reason. Strike there called in on the Sister Division field gun. Flamheads taking heavy damage. 29 kills. Could it die out before it gets more? The rocket strike almost taking out the field gun, and the conscripts will both survive here. Well, except Yuri. And the squads in that tree. Those trees. But, you know, the rest survive. The rest survive. King Tiger repairs. Flamheads are at Veterancy 4, 29 kills. Can it hit Veterancy 5? Can he get there? It comes up the T-34-76. Almost got Veterancy 4. We got Veterancy 3. Almost got it. And the T-34 explodes. Those are doing quite some heavy lifting there for Angreifen. In fact, they're probably doing more than the King Tiger half the time by now. Now the T-34 on the way there for Goddess and Astronaut. We got 122 versus 152. It's starting to get close here. It's starting to get close. Western Plum scored over the field gun. I'm not saying it's still entirely sure if the ISU 152 was the right choice with the mechanized support. I mean, he's not going for the guardsman anyway, so I mean, I would assault with some T-55s, and the ISU might be actually a better choice here. But, I mean, so far, tactically, it is working versus Angreifen, but if Angreifen should approach with the right tactics, he'll probably, you know, deal with the ISU reasonably more easily than he's doing currently. At which point, Gods and Astronaut strategy, I think, would pretty much hit a brick wall. and 120 kilometers per hour. Gets in the ISU 152. Yak Panzer falling back. Issue 5 almost done. Bombing strike again here. On the King Tiger, nearby troops there. Cheeky. He gets away. Almost got the Yak Panzer with that though, accidentally. Fulton's about to get wiped with the T-Fit Fulton 6. Issue 5 almost done there for Gods and Astronaut. You got 122 versus 143. Units being wiped. Field gun cleared out. They could destroy it, could not. I kept up the T-Fit Fulton 6. Vetchney 4 almost 25. In fact, both are Vetchney 4 there now. Fulton being heading on touch with the planning. Are they going to try and flank here the ISU 152? We got more. We actually got guards, but not even Gods and Astronaut. Meaning he's now used everything but the marked vehicle ability and the anti-tank and ambush tactics. If he were to use those, he's actually a full Doximal bingo. Meanwhile, Angreifen is not far off from it either. In fact, almost everything is used but incendiary munitions. Flamheads are opening up. They need to be careful, of course. Taking hits here. Engineer squad almost wiped out, though. Close to wiped out. And that's going to be killed there. But he might also lose the Flamheads. In fact, it looks very likely there go. The Flamheads is knocked out of control. I don't think that was quite worth there for Angreifen. What will we go for next? A Panzer IV. Panther, alright. And a Panzer IV. I don't think he can afford both of those in terms of population, but I guess he just wants to have the Panzer IV ready. King Tiger veterans who won there. 23 kills, half 22. Need to hit those Western victory points more and need to somehow try and outmaneuver Gods and Astronaut. Like at times he get close, but he just never can't quite seem to get the entire elements like to, you know, fully fit together. I still feel like a light infantry gun might be a good investment, and not just because, you know, Doximal bingo, but the smoke screens again could allow him to effectively negate the advantage of the field in the ISU and allow him to push in against them if properly, you know, coordinated with other elements. At which point, you know, his force would be in a very bad state because once they're outmaneuvered, they can't really easily react to the tanks and everything that might support them. So light infantry guns right now would be really powerful again for the smoke screen. But again, it seems like Angreifen either isn't aware, was too caught up in things, or doesn't care. But I feel like now light infantry gun would be an absolutely power move there, because again, throw down the smoke here, charge with the tanks, clear out the rest. Because again, once the tanks are up close and past them, they're simply too slow to turn around fast enough. And then when the infantry clearing out the other stuff, it's just going to be like, you know, game over. And again, this is why smoke can be such a powerful tool. But so far, Angreifen does not seem to be a big fan of smoke, except for the occasional smoke grenade. I only smoke on special occasions. Shut up, Jurgen, this is war. You smoke whenever we tell you to. Nein, I don't. Don't make me come down here to you and beat you up with this Stielhandgranate. Wait, you can do this? Yeah, I do it a lot. King timing up, they got 23 kills on it, half 822. But Kevin's being bombarded, need to be careful of that. Oh, yeah, that's going to get possibly wiped. They're down to just 2 men. Gets away, constantly being hammered by the King, tied down 2 men, but they retreat. West side, there we go. T-Fish going for the full gun D. It's going in aggressively, going in very aggressively. King Tiger taking hits at half health, close to Betty, 2 Panzer IV moving up. They need to go in front of all this. So many guns and just no smoke. I mean, hell, if we were just nigging the forces, we could probably just chuck down a few smoke grenades in front of it and then charge in the tanks. But again, so far no sign of that there from Angreifen. King Tiger being pushed back, barely operable. Yak Panzer moving in there, but right into the HU-5, the ISU and the field gun. I feel like that's a bit of a short mission. He's hinting upon the shoulders of the Yak Panzer. There he goes, shot misses, forces to fall back, and looks like he does escape, but it's a pretty close one there for Angreifen. Right now we got 111 versus 79. Gods and Astronaut getting control of the victory points once more here versus Angreifen. Going to be a close one, going to be a close one, it's going to be a long one. We're approaching the 1 hour mark here now, we are approaching it. Grabbing the eastern victory point there again. Maximum on there, 14 kills on it. Okay, I'm sneaking out. Need to be careful though. More guards from out there for Goddess and Astronaut. No more Mr. Nice Stalinist. There we go, guards on the DP lap machines for the Focus again at range. With the DP lap machines, they easily beat the Focus Grenadiers. The MP40 assisting basically bugger all. T4 moving westwards, Focus up towards the centre. Focus around it, taking heavy damage. Focus being hammered here, being slowly mowed out with the maximum again. Smoke screen down. Guards running up here. Panzer I can hold them off. If it can hit. If it can hit. There we go. Guards then being murdered out here, affected by the Panzer IV. We got 85 to 79. Getting ever closer here. Who will be the winner? Yak Panzer creeping up. Panzer moving up, 8 kills. Yak Panzer then getting the T-Fiddler getting a good hit. Taking hits from the HC5. T-Fiddler opening up as well. 74 versus 79. Dutch National is back in a lead, however minuscule here versus Angreifen versus the German army. Yak Panzer there, closing in about T2. Very close. The kids on the ISU 152 almost got it. There, down to half health. In fact, just punching away with the rockets, doing significant heavy damage. You're there, white out the King Tiger. Yak Panzer over there. Might be able to make a break for him. Crush Goddess Nesta, but no. Goddess Nesta backs off. Does Angreifen pursue? Does he go for the killing blow? No. He kind of does, but like Kevin's being sent in first, not the infantry, draw fire. And again, there's no smoke screens here. We got a Stuka bombing strike here versus the Maxim in the center. 52 versus 79. Meets move in the Western Victory Point as well here. Rockets screaming through the skies from some unknown position. The Maxim caught in the rockets. One man thinks he survives, but he doesn't as he gets torn apart. His body is spread across a 7 meters wide radius. With his thumb getting blasted into the atmosphere. King's argument repaired, 35. I assume moving ahead there, 33. Very close to the ace level here. Angreifen needs something drastic. He needs to throw off his opponent in some dashing maneuver. We got a T-56 on the way there. Stuka zu Fuss for Angreifen. Yeah, I don't think that's what he needs. Again, I feel like he needs something that can deploy smoke. He needs something to negate the range advantage that Goddess Nasta is going on at the moment. And like, the Stuka zu Fuss does many things, most of them not very effectively, but it definitely does not deploy smoke, which again is absolutely what he needs right now. Oh, the guys are getting too close. Oh, there's a smoke grenade down there. Just we can't see it. Occasionally there's a bug we just can't see it. So let's let you standing about and then no shooting. There's smoke. They just have to imagine it. Now they're just pretending there's smoke. Oh no, I can't see you, Mr. Fascist. Oh no, this is terrible. We cannot conduct warfare and just sit around like children for now. Now the T-Fed out there, Stukas was almost done. But can he even get it there? Apparently he can. He just has exactly enough points there for it. Be careful up now. We got 35 as a 79. T-Fed was the Fox in the west. T-54, HG5, field coming up here. West side, they got Fox at the top with the T-54 from 6. King Tiger is with 35 kills, not bad. Yak Panzer getting hammered here by the Soviet armored anti-tank weapons there. Got in the T-56, falls to fall back though. 74 versus 35, Contra being hammered. King Tiger almost annihilated it. 38 kills. T-Fed forming up to back up the guards. Let's go for the Western Big 20 support arm. Getting armored support there. Guards and Astronaut need to make some push in the east as well. I need to be careful not to get himself caught into an attritional state of warfare too much. But he's otherwise handling it, I think, reasonably well so far as Angreifen. King Tiger there, halfway to 23. T-Fed taking heavy damage. Guards doing there. Good hit from the field instead, just punching away. Then there we go. We got some buttoning attempted. No marked vehicle bar, which is actually a bit surprising. Like, he could probably take out the King Tiger with the current time. There goes Stukas was fires down there. Gets his field out of the time. They almost loses one though. Pentagon trying to flank in, but without sufficient support. It's not enough. Sadly, the timing goes off there again. Jagdpanzer nasting through the center there. 30 versus 71. The Kenner's King Tiger moving in, I think. Oh. Got the T-30 falls on 6, but the Jagdpanzer taking so much damage. Falls moving up the right from the ice bar on the ace level. Jagdpanzer down. Jagdpanzer down. Foster squad annihilated. Just obliterated. A Kenner now moving in the ace level. Right from the ISU-152, which absolutely spectacularly misses. But again, the old way the assault has been conducted, it's just been taken apart piecemeal here by Goddess and Astronaut. Bottoming up there, we got 27 versus 69. 68. Almost got the King Tiger there. Panther 4 charging in. Blazing right past everything, but taking hits from the HU-5 and a field gun, knocking it out there. Again, he's just in there one at a time, like had he maybe pushed all these things in at the same time. That could have been a slim of a chance for it to work out, but instead he just allows Scott Snap to focus on down one at a time. There you go, the King Tiger's out as well. And with that, I think it is a GG, game over. That's definitely game over. It was close, but in the end, something I feel like was lacking here for Angreifen. And there you go, GG, game over. He lost there for Angreifen, lost for the German army. A nasty fight that certainly took a bit of a while there. Angreifen, I think, would have benefited from some smoke screens and some better coordinated attacks. Like, he was close at times, but again, the attacks just never quite connected, probably because the different parts weren't synchronized well enough. God and Astronaut managed to pull it out there. Again, risking a good attack would have destroyed him on the spot. But again, in that sense, he was lucky that Angreifen was just kind of sluggish of his attacker. So there you go. Hope you got this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on the channel family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.